Checking 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. From Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah, Tennessee Tech of the FCS Ohio Valley Conference visits the Rockies for a Week 3 tilt against the Aggies of Utah State. Glad you're with us. Nick Rice on hand for what should be a good measuring stick for an Aggies club 1 week removed from their conference opener, and Utah State projected to be one of the last teams standing in the Mountain West Conference in December. As for Tennessee Tech, rookie head coach Dwayne Alexander takes over a fledgling program fresh off a 1-10 campaign last year and is off to a slow start again. The Golden Eagles are 0-2 and suffered a lopsided loss at home last week to then number 7 Kennesaw State. The expectations for this team are very low, but a strong performance tonight could help turn it around. Utah State is led by veteran head man Matt Wells, who won 2013 Mountain West Coach of the Year and may earn similar accolades this season if they if they continue their impressive start to 2018. Utah State coach knocked off New Mexico State last week 60-13 in what was a complete performance for them and their largest FBS win in the Matt Wells era. From Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah, Tennessee Tech of the FCS Ohio Valley Conference visits the Rockies for a Week 3 tilt against the Aggies of Utah State. Sellout crowd as we are moments away from kickoff tonight. And Logan, Utah, an hour and a half north of Salt Lake City in the beautiful Rocky Mountains. And even though this is an FCS encounter, both teams have arrived in large numbers for tonight's contest. Should be a good one between Tennessee Tech and also Utah State. As from Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah, Tennessee Tech of the FCS Ohio Valley Conference visits the Rockies for a Week 3 tilt against the Aggies of Utah State. Cool. Thanks for joining us, folks, as we are a good 7 minutes away from kickoff tonight between the two schools, as Tennessee Tech comes in led by rookie head coach Dwayne Alexander. There are different expectations between the two schools, as Tennessee Tech out of Cookeville, Tennessee, comes in tonight 0-2 on the year. In fact, one win in their last 14 ball games dating back to late 2016. This has been a dreadful stretch for Tennessee Tech, who are just a few years removed from an Ohio Valley Conference championship in 2011. The Aggies underneath the tunnel are ready to run up on the field as they are dressed in their blue tops and white bottoms. The flags have come up of the USU. And this crowd is at an all-out frenzy here from Maverick Field and Logan, Utah. Temperatures of the mid-70s, little wind to speak of, and no humidity in crystal clear blue skies from Logan, Utah, an hour and a half north of Salt Lake City. A good contingency of Tech fans have emerged into the seats as we are a few minutes away from kickoff. Tennessee Tech will wait a few minutes to approach the field, but first, Utah State. There is a long buildup before they run onto the field. This is Utah State in their final non-conference battle before late in the year when Utah State will finish up the regular season. The Aggies, a narrow loss to number 11 Michigan State in the season opener. Then Utah State dismantled New Mexico State in Las Cruces. And the team is jazzed, walking under the tunnel and ready to take the field. And they are led by veteran head coach Matt Wells in his 6th season with Utah State, a former Mountain West Coach of the Year in 2013. And his club, 19 wins in the first 2 years with consecutive bowl victories for Utah State. But they struggled out the gate following the 2015 loss of talent. But this year expects to be Another successful campaign for Utah State. The Aggies returning 19 starters, third most in the country. And from the Aggies' northeast end zone, Utah State, here come the Aggies in their blue tops and their gray bottoms. The Aggies led by a head coach, Matt Wells. A great start to 2018 off the convincing win in Las Cruces against New Mexico State. The Aggies search for a 2-game win streak in preparation for conference play next Saturday against the Falcons of Air Force right here at Maverick Stadium, Erlen Olsen Field in Logan, Utah. It should be a good one tonight between two teams, very successful programs. For Utah State, their last winning campaign came 3 years ago, and it's the same story for the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech, a club that went 1-10 a year ago. Golden Eagles in their white tops and their gold bottoms run up on the field, led by their rookie head coach, Dwayne Alexander, the former assistant and quarterback at Tennessee Tech in Cookeville years ago. And the Golden Eagles will take that long trot over to the other end zone as Tennessee Tech, out of the Ohio Valley Conference, searches for some momentum heading into conference play when TTU will tangle with the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State next Saturday. The team captains for Tennessee Tech, Alex Carling, number 6, along with Melvin Holland, a Minnesota transfer, number 5, and also number 39, and Randy Lewis. Utah State, as they will defend one end zone, Jordan Love joins Dax Raymond and also number 78 for Utah State, Roman Andrus, as the three captains. They meet at center field, ready for the coin toss. Nick Rice in hand, Maverick Stadium, Erlen Olsen Field in Logan, Utah. Glad you're with us for tonight's contest. As Tennessee Tech traveled nearly across the country from near Nashville in Cookeville, Tennessee. The toss is in the air. It is won by Utah State. Golden Eagles, after Utah State elected to receive, will switch sides and move from left to right. It should be a terrific contest tonight between two successful programs in Tennessee Tech and in Utah State. The Aggies are set to receive. Utah State 6-7 a year ago and a bowl loss to New Mexico State, but they knocked off the Aggies, did Utah State, in week 2 of college football this year in preparation for tonight's tilt in Utah State and Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles will kick off left to right as we are moments away from kickoff. And Logan, Utah, just over an hour north of Salt Lake City. Beautiful Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop for tonight's contest. And a near sellout crowd as well, as fans are still continuing to file into the seats. The bottom section is completely filled, with the top section also near capacity as well. It should be a terrific contest tonight. Utah State and Tennessee Tech. We've waited all week for this primetime tilt here on Thursday Night Football. Utah State currently 13 different players of the National Football League. This has been a pipeline to the NFL for years here in Logan. A very obscure location, but very much an organization that ranks amongst the best in NFL prospects in the Mountain West Conference. Utah State will receive as the Aggies bring back two deep in Savon Scarver, who has been electric this year. And he joins Jalen Green, the transfer from USC, both deep inside the 5-yard line for the kickoff of Tennessee Tech's Hayter Zayden, Jr. from Dearborn, Michigan. This year, Savon Scarver is averaging 45 yards per kickoff return and ran one back 100 yards last week in the blowout win at New Mexico State. From the 5, it's Green and Scarver. As Zayden tees up the football and measures away, he'll send it to the 35-yard line, set to get Week 3 started in college football and out of the Mountain West Conference. Zayden walks back from 10 yards away and angles towards his right and ready to get 2018 Week 3 started. Zayden lowers the hand, runs into the football, his approach, and he sends it underway, end over end in week 3. Begins with a kickoff that is down for a touchback by Savon Scarver. Jordan Love emerged midway through last year as the starting quarterback for Utah State. He won the job in a Week 7 ball game against UNLV and has never looked back as he took it away from senior Kent Myers at the time and wound up setting the school record for the most passing yards of the year with 1,631, and he has since erupted in the Mountain West Conference. He'll line up as signal caller in a wide 2x2 against the Tech nickel defense on 1st and 10, first play of the ball game at their own 25-yard line. Chest-high snap. Love throws it out, cut right. Wide open is Raymond, and he takes a tumble to the 37. The ball did come loose, and Jake Warwick ripped it away from Raymond as he fell down, and Tennessee Tech recovers. A turnover on the Aggies to start the ball game. It's Dax Raymond's first fumble of the year, and Tennessee Tech will have a short field. The Golden Eagles, off of the fumble, will take the field led by true freshman Bailey Fisher, who was slated as a third-string quarterback in the offseason but wound up winning the job as the signal caller in Cookeville, Tennessee. Now the officials are gathering to take a second look at this ruling, maybe even challenge the play, as head coach Matt Wells did not like the ruling of the fumble. And yes, there is indeed a challenge here from Logan, Utah. Glad you're with us. NCAA from Logan, Utah State, and Tennessee Tech. Dax Raymond, a reliable junior tight end, 6'5", 240 from Provo, Utah, lets the ball loose on the way down as he was tackled by Warwick off the 12-yard completion. And now the two will be talking it over. Nick Rice on hand, Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah. As we take a look at the instant replay, it appears that Raymond did fumble the ball, and it was recovered by Shannon Fain. Yes, Tennessee Tech takes away the football and will have it fresh set of downs to begin the contest at the 37-yard line of Utah State. Golden Eagles with great starting field position following the takeaway from Jake Warwick, recovered by Shannon Fain. As Bailey Fisher, the true freshman quarterback, Blayton, Georgia, will line up 3 wide at the Utah State 37-yard line. Takes a belt-high bootleg right, looks down the field, pumps, steps up and throws late, and overshoots his receiver. Quick corner out to Coleman, and it sets up 2nd and 10. Good coverage out there by Shaq Bond, who emerged as a backup last year, and the sophomore from Decatur, Illinois, wound up becoming the starter as the top flight safety. Injuries did also play a role as well in the Utah State secondary. The Aggies returning 18 starters, 9 on offense and 9 on defense. That ranks 3rd in the country, and they have played very well to start the year as a result. 1-1 with a near victory a week ago in East Lansing against Michigan State. Toss left. Here's Andrew Goldsmith. He juggles the toss and is spilled for a loss by Gallier. The linebacker transferred from TCU stepped in quickly. It's a 1-yard loss against Goldsmith to set up 3rd and long 10 for Tennessee Tech. The Golden Eagles looking to take advantage of the takeaway from Warwick on the first play of the ballgame. Just over 30 seconds in here, first quarter, no score, as Fisher calls signals and backs out to the shotgun. Goldsmith flanks him right, and a wide 2x2 over left hash. Utah State threatening blitz. They'll bring in 5 stunts defensively. Fisher rolls right. He's hit as he throws a looping pass, and it sails out of bounds past DJ Williams. Incomplete, and Tennessee Tech starts the ball game with a 3 and out. Golden Eagles will bring out the punt units, and an electric redshirt freshman from Australia. He is off to an incredible start. Is Luke Maynard. Oh, it appears they may go for the field goal here. Huner will put it down, and Nick Bedonia the senior kicker from Arrington, Tennessee, will attempt the field goal. This will be listed as a 55-yarder, by far and away a career long for Nick Bedonia, but a timeout is called first, with 14:09 left to go opening quarter. No score between Utah State and Tennessee Tech as Matt Wells of the Aggies burned his first timeout of the half. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Yeah. Tennessee Tech will forego the field goal here, and rather forego the punt from Maynard and attempt a 55-yard field goal, as Huner will put it down and Tennessee Tech's Kurt Huff will put it back. Nick Bedonia from 55 yards away as the senior from Arrington, Tennessee measures. This would be his longest of his career. Good placement. The kick is on the way. Bedonia has the distance, and the kick is good. Tennessee Tech scores first on a 55-yard field goal from Nick Bedonia. That was quite an effort from the senior, who is now 3 for 4 on attempts this year. Tennessee Tech leads Utah State 3-0 here from Logan. And that was off of the fumble from Dax Raymond, forced by Jack Warwick. And Shannon Fain turned over the football on the recovery. All right, this has been a good start for the Golden Eagles, a team that scored 10 combined points last week in their dismal effort, a loss against number 7 Kennesaw State at home. And tonight, on a short week, Tennessee Tech had to deal with some changes on defense as they suffered with the loss of Andrew Swicegood to concussion, and since have played very well to start off the ball game here today. Tennessee Tech will kick it away with Hadar Zayden teeing up the ball at the 35-yard line. Glad you're with us. Nick Rice on hand. NCAA football from Logan, Utah. Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field. Zayden tees up the football from 10 yards away with Green and Scarver deep to receive for Utah State. 3-0 edge for Tennessee Tech a minute into the ball game as Zayden runs into the football and the southpaw sends it end over end, a wobbling kickoff that soars through the back line for a touchback. Utah State fumbled the ball on a Dax Raymond lost fumble the previous possession and will take over second drive, down 3-0 at their own 25-yard line. Jordan Love, who set the school's record for freshman passing yards, took over as the starter midway through 2017 in a Week 7 contest against UNLV and has never looked back. As a redshirt sophomore, he takes the field, 5th in the league in passing with 2 total touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Shotgun snap, Love throws an out cut right, wide open is Green to the 30, and he is spilled at the 31-yard line by Warwick. 6-yard completion to the transfer from USC and Jalen Green. The Aggies are a breakneck offense. They employ the no-huddle once more. As Utah State runs up on the ball, they'll mark it to the 32 right hash. It was a 7-yard hookup to Green, who was split far rights. And what is 3 receivers, Nathan and Tarver over left. And now it appears that we have another stoppage, and a timeout is called once more for an injury. As Tennessee Tech, their star sophomore, and Adric Moore is down and wincing in pain from Selma, Alabama. He has racked up the numbers this year with 10 tackles, and it would be a mighty loss for Tennessee Tech if he is out. Injury timeouts as Moore hits the turf. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Utah State up on the ball following the injury to Moore, but they will wait for him to get escorted all the way off the field before he comes back. Back to Logan, 3-0 lead for 3-0 lead for Tennessee Tech as the defense forced a fumble, and Fain was there to recover. Utah State lines up 3 wide. Nathan Tarver left with Jalen Green all alone right against the nickel. Shotgun snap, inside run. Here's Bright, who dances to the hole and surges to the 37. Tripped up by Fata Hunsey following the 5-yard pickup from Gerald Bright, the listed receiver, who has been an absolute star at tailback this year. Ranked 7th in the Mountain West Conference in rushing through 2 weeks. Gerald Bright with 1 rushing score and an average of 8.3 yards a carry. He has been sensational for Utah State. He'll flank the quarterback Love left in a tight 2x2. 1st and 10 at their own 38 right hash as Tech leads 3-0 here on the road. Play action bootleg left. Love is pressured, throws an outcut left, and it's scooped up across the 50 by Jordan Nathan. The veteran receiver from Monrovia moves the chains for Utah State. Fourth play of the drive. Aggies up quickly at the Tech 49-yard line. Love takes the snap, back 5 steps, throws over the middle tall and off the grasp of Jordan Nathan that time as number 12, Deontay Wilson, was on the coverage. 13-17 on the first quarter clock. Tech scored on a 55-yard field goal from Nick Bedonia, and Utah State is on the move on their second drive of the ballgame. Bright flanks Love left and will move Vaughn's wide motion rights on a 2nd and 10 at the Tech 49-yard line left hash. And the Golden Eagles will line up with 5 defensive backs against 4 eligibles for Utah State. Inside run on a draw. Here's Bright. He breaks through the first wave and motors to the 39 at Tennessee Tech. Josh Poplar makes the tackle, but Bright moves the chains on a 10-yard pickup. And over left guard, Bright found plenty of running room against the struggling Tennessee Tech defense. Play action, Love, tunnel screen left. He finds Tarver, who makes a move, and is down to the 33. A 6-yard completion to the lanky 6'3", 215-pound receiver, and Ronquavian Tarver. Methodical drive for Utah State. Aggies from their own 25-yard line have moved the ball to the Tech 32 left hash. Wide 2x2, Love, a helmet-high snap, slings it left over to Tarver. He makes the catch, but is buried for a loss. Damian Akunju stepped in beautifully and made the tackle 2 yards in the Utah State backfield. 2.5 minutes in opening quarter. The Aggies on the move here, led by Jordan Love, their stalwart redshirt sophomore quarterback from Bakersfield. He'll line up in the shotgun again, and Darwin Thompson is the new runner, flanking him left against the 4-man fronts for the Golden Eagles. Wide motion right, Vaughns, as Love barks out due signals against that nickel set for the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles. And Thompson now moves over right, the veteran runner from Jenks, Oklahoma. Love waits for it, takes it as Thompson releases, throws a slant. Here's Tarver, who makes the catch, and is spilled at the 24 of Tennessee Tech. It's a 13-yard strike, and the senior receiver moves the chains for Utah State. The Aggies just outside the red zone at the Golden Eagle 22, no huddle. Love takes the snap on a draw, hands it to the sweeping Thompson, and he is taken down for a loss. Chris Tucker, he moved from the right end spot and chased down Thompson from behind and makes the tackle. It's his first of the ball game, a loss of 2, out to the 26. 3 wide right, and Vaughn's, Green, and Tarver, and none over left for Jordan Love and company, who will change the play on a 2nd and 12. Following the loss from Darwin Thompson, the running back is an All-American out of Northeastern Oklahoma A&M last year and has been incredible in his first year with Utah State. Love in the shotgun set. Raymond, tight end left, takes the snap, jet sweep. As he hands it to Vaughns, he turns the corner to the 30, slipped a tackle 25-20, dances inside, and finds a seam out to the 15-yard line. Or an athletic play from the senior from Altadena, California, as he gains 10 and is just short of another first down. Utah State facing 3rd and short. The Aggies have been incredible, 6th in the league at 45% on 3rd down this year, and they'll run up on the ball quickly. 3 wide left, including Raymond, the tight end, and Thompson is the tailback. Love of the shotgun waits for it and will now change the play, as head coach Matt Wells will give him the new signal. A former Mountain West Coach of the Year is Matt Wells in 2013, and he has a winner in Logan again. The Aggies, set with a win today, would improve to 2-1 before their conference opener. Gut run to Thompson. He cuts it out to the edge, bouncing to the 15, and Adekunju runs him out at the Tennessee Tech 12. It's near a third. There is a penalty flag down following the run from Darwin Thompson, and the early ruling, this will be coming back. Here's the call. Number 72, Alfred Edwards, freshman from Redlands, is the guilty party, and that'll back up Utah State to a 3rd and long. Tennessee Tech has been dreadful on 3rd down defense this year, and they gave up a couple long runs a week ago on 3rd down in the loss to number 7, Kennesaw State. Wide 2x2, first down make is at the Tech 14-yard line, as Bright will flank Love left on a wide 2x2, long motion, Nathan right, as he joins Raymond and Green that side. Tarver all alone left with soft coverage watched over by Adekunju, and Love will change the call. 4.5 minutes in, opening quarter, 3-0 Tennessee Tech. 5-step drop. Love lobs it down the right sideline for Green, who makes the catch chest high, but is taken down short. A.J. Flemister with terrific coverage as he gave up 10 yards, but not the 12 needed, and Utah State will be forced to settle for the field goal try. Dominic Eberle, the defending Mountain West Conference Special Teamer of the Week, he set an NCAA record with 3 straight 50-yard field goals in the win at home against New Mexico State. He will check in on the right hash for a 35-yard try. Good placement. Eberle runs into it, and the kick is good. He has started the season 8 for 8. And with 9:37 to go, third quarter, we are tied at 3 here from Logan, Utah. This is the NCAA from Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan. Three to 3. Cunningham. Cam Singletary. Cunningham and Singletary. Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah, as we are locked up at 3 between Tennessee Tech and Utah State. 9:37 to play opening quarter. Glad you're with us. Nick Rice on hand here from Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field. Beautiful conditions for this Week 3 battle between the Aggies and the Golden Eagles. Eberle from 8 yards runs into it for the Utah State Aggies and sends away a line drive towards Singleton. And this kickoff will sail out of bounds. Penalty on Dominic Eberle, who ironically just won Mountain West Special Teams Player of the Week for his performance kicking field goals, and he launches that football well out of the field to play. Does the redshirt junior from Germany, and this will give Tennessee Tech a 1st and 10 to their own 35-yard line. A good start for the Golden Eagles, who chipped in with a field goal from Nick Bedonia on their first drive to take the 3-0 lead 2 minutes into the ballgame. 9:37 to go opening quarter, all locked up at 3. Single setback Goldsmith with a tight end, 2 of them right, and Carling, and number 89, and Taven Kilpatrick. The crowd on its feet to root on the Utah State defense. The old Golden Eagles set up shop at their own 35-yard line right hash. Fisher at her center. Behind him, Goldsmith 6 yards deep. Long motion right. Here's Singletary. They'll fake it to him. A gut run. Here's Goldsmith, and he is upended to the 42 by Bond. A 7-yard gain on a gut run that time for Andrew Goldsmith, the junior runner from Jackson, Tennessee. Despite the struggles for Tennessee Tech this year, Goldsmith ranks 8th in the Ohio Valley Conference in rushing and averages 5.5 yards a carry. He will split out far right in an empty formation for Tennessee Tech. The true freshman, Bailey Fisher, in tight motion brings Goldsmith into the backfield. with 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. Fisher high snap, tunnel screen left with a one-hand catch. It's reeled in by Cunningham, and the senior races down the left sideline, getting escorted out of the 48-yard line. Adewale Adoye made the stop for Utah State. It's a completion of 7 on the catch and run, and a Tennessee Tech first down. A terrific effort for the former cornerback in Josh Cunningham, senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Golden Eagles playing well to start, tied at 3 against FBS Utah State. The Aggies fresh off an incredible performance, a 60-13 win at home just 5 days ago over New Mexico State. 1st and 10 with 4 receivers in the set. Fisher takes the snap off the play action. He is slammed. Fua Leilua, the junior from Spanish Fork, Utah, he read the play like he was the intended target, and Tennessee Tech loses 4 out to the 44-yard line. Tied at 3, 8:22 to go opening quarter. Nick Rice on hand, and Fisher will change the play after the huge loss for Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles' first down make is at the Utah State 42-yard line. They'll line up with double tights over left, 2 wide rights. And the single setback remains Andrew Goldsmith from Jackson, Tennessee, the junior. Off the play action bootleg right. He's hit as he throws, and the pass is dropped. Jontrell Rockamore provided the pressure that time on Bailey Fisher, and that forces a 3rd and 14. Tennessee Tech this year a dismal 32% converting third downs, bottom half of the Ohio Valley Conference this season, as they need 14 yards. 2 receivers right for the Golden Eagles, and R.D. Ford yet to have a catch this season. The junior from Huntsville, Alabama, is singled up left, watched over loosely by Jamarcus Ingram, the sophomore from Dallas. Fisher waits for the snap of the shotgun, takes it. Goldsmith releases on a wheel route, bootleg right. Here's Fisher. He looks, throws late down the right sideline, and launches out of bounds. Intended for Singleton, the pass incomplete. And Tennessee Tech stalls near the 50, despite the terrific grab earlier by Josh Cunningham. Golden Eagles are forced to bring out the punt units. Luke Maynard, redshirt freshman from Australia. This is his first trip into the ballgame, as he will look to send it deep. At the 15-yard line is the dangerous Jordan Nathan, at all of 5'9", 185 pounds, sophomore from Monrovia, California. Maynard, as Utah State threatens to bring the kitchen sink here, they'll overload it left. And the snack from Huner, he sends away spiraling. Rugby-style punt from Maynard. It's a bit short as it wobbles towards the sideline, taken on the hop. Here's Nathan, the 19, and he dances out at the 21. The tackle made by Riley Patton Jr. from Knoxville, as Utah State has a long field for their next drive, tied at 3 midway through the first quarter. Nick Rice on hand, Logan Utah, and Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field. Tennessee Tech comes in as huge underdogs tonight, but has played well against Utah State, who many project to end up finishing the year potentially ranked and may end up being one of the finalists for the Mountain West Conference Championship. Aggies, following the fumble on their first play of the contest, scored on a lengthy field goal drive to tie the game at 3. Golden Eagles, fresh off the punt, will bring on their defense. 2-yard return from Nathan, but we do have a timeout called first. Quick 60-second break. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Welcome back, NCAA football. Logan Utah, Nick Rice in hand from Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field, as the Aggies off the short return from Nathan take over at their own 21-yard line. Utah State with four receivers to start the possession. Love back and throws quickly, slings it right to Terrell. He has a good downfield block from Nelson and is run out of bounds. Shannon feigned the tackle after a catch and run of 5 for Carson Terrell, sophomore from Lehigh, Utah. The Aggies scored on a field goal possession their previous drive as we are locked up at 3 halfway through the opening frame. Tennessee Tech off the no-huddle lines up dime defense, and now Love will change up the play. Jalen Green, he's got the USC transfer singled up right, watched over loosely by A.J. Flemister, a senior out of Chattanooga. And now Love will back out into the shotgun. 4 receivers total as the sophomore quarterback takes it looking left. He's back. He flips it short on a running back screen. Caught by Thompson. 25-30. He motors ahead, slipping a tackle, and is buried at the 35-yard line. Wrapped up quickly by Branson Fram, sophomore from Springfield, as Utah State moves the chains quickly on the Darwin Thompson screen. He has been a shifty runner and now is getting involved in the receiving game. With 2 tights, Love drops quickly and throws a tunnel screen right. Here's Tarver, who stumbles, is hit and dropped at the 39-yard line. Fain joins number 55, Chris Tucker, on the tackle. With under 7 to go opening quarter, Utah State back on the football from their own 21-yard line. They have advanced to the 39. Aggies will spread it out wide 2 by 2 over the right hash against the Tech dime. And now Love will change the play. Thompson, the junior runner from Jenks, Oklahoma, is flanking him over left. Long motion right for Nelson as he joins 3 receivers that side on a 2nd down and 6 from their own 39-yard line over the right hash. Shotgun snap, Love pumps and guns it right to Green on a hitch route, and he gets nailed by Flemister but hangs on. A chest-high catch of the USC transfer, Jalen Green. Then he just gains enough. It's very close. It looked like he moved the chains. The officials will respot it and mark him short. 3rd and inches, right hash of their own 45. Love feeds on a gut run. Here's Thompson. Slipped to tackle the 50, and Thompson hurdles to the Tennessee Tech 48. A 7-yard run, and off the 3rd down conversion, Utah State runs up on the ball quickly. Under 6 minutes to go opening quarter. Tied at 3 here from Logan. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Love takes the shotgun snap, hands it to Thompson. He breaks it right, gets a block from his quarterback, and is run out by Flemister at the 41. A crafty 6-yard run from Darwin Thompson. He had some incredible accolades a year ago, All-American at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, where he led the nation with over 1,600 all-purpose yards. A very good addition to this already loaded backfield. Shotgun snap, deep drop, Love with time. He's hit as he throws and lobs the pass over the head of Nelson. Incomplete. 5:31 to go opening quarter. We are tied at 3 between Utah State and Tennessee Tech as the Golden Eagles scored following the forced fumble against Dax Raymond, and Utah State responded on the next possession. All right, the penalty on the Golden Eagles, led by first-year head coach Dwayne Alexander, a former quarterback and assistant at Tennessee Tech. In fact, was the head coach in an interim basis late in 2015. And he is off to, certainly for Ohio Valley Conference standards, off to a slow start as they come in 0-2 on the year. Utah State's off the incredible performance against New Mexico State is 1-1. Fresh set of downs at the Tennessee Tech 36-yard line. Scarver singled up right with 3 wide left for Jordan Love. He takes the snap, play action of Bright, throws a slant. Here's Nelson who makes the catch and takes a tumble to the Tech 25. A completion of 12 from Jordan Love to DJ Nelson and a first down for Utah State. The Aggies, an offense that ranks top half in the league in passing, back to the air. Love on the no-huddle gut run of Brights, and he squirts ahead over left guard out to the 22. A 3-yard pickup for Gerald Bright, junior from Pensacola, Florida. Just about 5 minutes to go opening quarter. Glad you're with us. Nick Rice at hand, tied at 3 between Tennessee Tech and Utah State. Love fakes it to Bright, throws a tunnel screen. Green makes the helmet-eye catch to the 20, sheds a tackle, cuts right to the 15, and dances to the 11-yard line. The touchdown-saving tackle by Chris McElderry, senior from Gadsden, Alabama, as he moves the chains yet again for Utah State. The Aggies, from their own 21-yard line, have advanced to the Tech red zone. It's a 1st and 10 from the Golden Eagle 11. Inside run of Brights, and he is smoked to the 7-yard line by way of Deontay Wilson. as the Golden Eagle run defense has been poultry this year. They gave up over 500 yards of the ground against Kennesaw last week. On the gut run, here's Brights, and he motors over right tackle down to the 4. That'll set up 3rd and 2 from the 3.5-yard line for Utah State. They'll move it back to the 4 as the Aggies will split out Terrell, the tight end right, joining Tarver. And Jalen Green is singled up left. The dangerous transfer out of USC, Nelson, in there as well. Bright alongside Love in the backfield. They'll change the play. 4:07 to go here, first quarter, tied at 3. Utah State is knocking on the door. A 3rd and 3 at the Tech 4-yard line. Tight motion left for Carson Terrell. The tight end out of Provo, Utah. Tennessee Tech counters with a 4-man front. They'll line up nickel. A shotgun snap, Love. Hands it to Bright. He finds a seam and walks in untouched. Touchdown, Utah State. And Gerald Bright scores his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, capping off a 79-yard methodical drive. Bright and Love were both critical on a terrific march where they converted 2 third downs, including the touchdown on 3rd and 3. The Aggies will bring out the extra point group as Dalton will hold it for Dominic Eberle, the reigning Mountain West Special Teamer of the Week. Good placement. And Eberle drills another. He is 11 of 11. 11 of 11 on PATs to start his redshirt junior year. And the Aggies, most importantly, lead Tennessee Tech 10-3. Back in a moment to Logan. This is the NCAA here at Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah. All right. States. True freshman from Clayton, Georgia. A strong start for the first-year player. Bailey Fisher will line up under center with Goldsmith behind him. 7 yards on a single back set. He stepped in admirably after becoming a corner, now moving to safety, and makes a big stick on Andrew Goldsmith to set up second down. After the 5-yard gain, Tech lines up in a pistol formation with 3 to the left and 1 to the right. Fisher now changes the play. 3:19 to go opening quarter. Utah State leads 10-3. Fisher in the shotgun. Against the nickel, takes it belt high, drops 3 steps and throws a fade down the right sideline, caught by Stafford. And he is tripped up with a 44-yard line by DJ Williams, who's calling for a pass interference, but he won't get it, as Darius Stafford gains 26 on the long ball from Bailey Fisher. And Tennessee Tech is back up on the ball quickly, no huddle, and a wide 2x2. Goldsmith next to him right. Fisher will now move in McClurg at tight end. 3 receivers for Tennessee Tech. Their third play of the drive, late first quarter, as they trail Utah State 10-3. Fisher changes the play and barks out new protections to his offensive line. He's back 3 receivers, including Cunningham as the slot receiver left. He'll move in tight motion right. Off the fake jet sweep, Fisher is back, guns it down the right sideline. Intercepted by Gage Ferguson as he stepped in front of the fly route for Cunningham and picks it off. It's Ferguson's second interception of the year. The senior from Mendon, Utah, with an incredible break on the football as he intercepts with a 10-3 lead, 2:28 to go opening quarter. Glad you're with us. NCAA football from Logan, Utah. They'll line up 3 spread rights. And also Thompson of the ball game as the tailback from Jenks, Oklahoma, off the play action to Thompson. Love looks deep. He's hit as he throws, shoots the ball on a seam route, and overthrows Nathan. He had a step on the defense as he beats Deontay Wilson on the play, but it sets up 2nd and 10. Nick Rice on hand. NCAA football from Logan, Utah. This is the first meeting for Utah State against Tennessee Tech or any member of the Ohio Valley Conference. Nathan left slot. It's an inside run. Here's Thompson who breaks loose. Slipped the tackle 50, 40. No one's going to catch Darwin Thompson. 65 yards. Touchdown, Utah State. And the junior from Jenks, Oklahoma, scores his 4th rushing touchdown of the year on an incredible burst as he broke the first wave, and there was no red helmet or no white helmet within 10 yards of Darwin Thompson, and he strolled in from there. Eberle for the extra points, as he is perfect on PATs this year, 11 for 11, and he splits the uprights yet again, does the redshirt junior, with 2:10 left to go first quarter. Utah State has scored 17 unanswered and leads Tennessee Tech late first quarter, 17-3. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Welcome back, NCAA football, week 3 of Mountain West football. It's Utah State and Tennessee Tech. Dominic Eberle runs into the football and belts it down the field. The redshirt junior out of Germany, end over end, has the ball sailing into the end zone. Cunningham takes it chest high, and it is down for a touchback. Boy, Tennessee Tech had a quick possession ending with a Bailey Fisher thrown interception, as the true freshman now has 4 picks thrown this year. His Golden Eagles down 17-3 late first quarter. Set up shop, left hash at their own 25-yard line. Bailey Fisher lines up with a shotgun alongside Goldsmith. 3 receivers, including number 82, Seth Huners, the slot right. Shotgun snap on an inside run. Sweeping left now is Goldsmith, and he bounces ahead to the 29-yard line. A good gain of 4 for the junior Andrew Goldsmith. He is 8th in the conference in rushing this year and is off to a good start tonight. He had a big run to start the ball game, as they trail 17-3, under 2 to play first quarter. 3 receivers for the Golden Eagles. They're on 29-yard line left hash. Bailey Fisher has thrown for over 50 yards so far, but did add the interception to Gage Ferguson that switched the momentum of this football game. Thompson scored 2 plays later on a 65-yard touchdown. 3 receivers, Cunningham right slot. As the shotgun snap goes back over to Fisher, he feeds to Goldsmith, who spins to the 32. Christopher Unga makes the stop for Utah State. As the head coach, Dwayne Alexander of Tennessee Tech, he is irate and walking onto the football field and now backs out as the Golden Eagles face a critical 3rd and long 3. First down make is at their own 35-yard line, looking to avoid a critical 3 and outs. Cunningham, long motion left. He joins Darius Stafford, who had a big play on the previous drive. Goldsmith is alongside Fisher in the shotgun. Long motion Cunningham, and off the shotgun snap, they'll flip it right. Cunningham makes the helmet-eye catch, is hit behind the line, moves ahead, then is tackled at the 32. Aaron Wade, the defending Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week, makes the important stop on 3rd down as Tennessee Tech goes 3 and outs. The Golden Eagles will bring out punter Luke Maynard. He is 5th in the Ohio Valley, averaging just under 40 yards a punt this year. And he stands back, ready to send it away at his own 17. Deep to receive at the 29-yard line is Jordan Nathan, the youngster from Monrovia, California. 5'9", 180 pounds is Jordan Nathan. As he stands back, Maynard ready to send it away. The redshirt freshman, belt-eye snap, sends a wobbling punt. This was not very long and will roll out of bounds near the 50. The official runs up and stops at the 45. Short field for Utah State with 4 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Aggies take over at their own 45-yard line left hash. NCAA football from Logan. Glad you're with us. Nick Rice in hand and a near sellout crowd at Maverick Stadium in Merlin Olsen Field for a primetime Thursday night affair between Utah State and Tennessee Tech. Aggies line up left hash with 3 receivers. Nathan slot right, joining Tarver and Scarver as the other 2 wide. At the 45-yard line, draw to Thompson on a gut run. He dances in the hole, slips a tackle, bouncing right, gets by Wade, 50, 45, 40. He's being chased by Fain and is tripped up at the 18-yard line as Shannon Fain saved the touchdown. It's a 37-yard scamper from Darwin Thompson. He is off to an incredible start as the junior from Jenks, Oklahoma, and Utah State enters the red zone at the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes through the books here from Logan, Utah, and the Aggies of hometown Utah State lead Tennessee Tech 17-3. This is the NCAA football. This is NCAA football here from Logan, Utah. Back in a moment. All right.
Getting more money is simpler than you might think. It's hard to
Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah, as the Aggies line up wide 2-by-2 following as they mark the ball back to the 19-yard line, a 36-yard gash by Darwin Thompson. And now Gerald Bright checks in the ball game. He hands it. It's an end around to Scarver. He gets a block from Love, his quarterback. 20, 15, a convoy to the 10, and he is spilled at the 6 as save on Scarver. The tackle by Damian Adekunju, and he saved a surefire touchdown. It's a gain of 13 yards. Flying over left side, save on Scarver, and he was looking for a score. It would have been his first of the year. 3 receivers, he split right, gut run on a draw. Here's Bright to the 5, and he motors to the 4. Fain makes the tackle again by the shoe tops. Shannon Fain, he's the tackle leader for Tennessee Tech at 19 this year. The junior from Nashville, Tennessee, ranking 3rd in the Ohio Valley, and moreover, has scouts here in the National Football League watching his skills. High snap, gut run. Here's Bright, who falls his blocks and surges over left guard out to the 1-yard line. A 3-yard pickup for Gerald Bright to set up 3rd and goal for Utah State. 5th play of the drive. The Aggies have minute in. Here's second quarter. It's a 17-3 lead for Utah State. 3 wide rights. Inside run to Bright. He trips and falls towards the goal line, and the officials appear to mark him shorts as Gerald Bright stumbled by one of his own linemen, it appeared. And yes, the ball is placed at the half-yard line left hash. They're up on the ball quickly as Jordan Love lines up with a shotgun. 3 wide right to spread out the Tech defense. And now substitutions will be made by both sides before the official runs back. High snap on a 4th and goal. Gerald Bright is stacked up short. Damian Adekunju runs from the corner and forces the turnover on downs. Gerald Bright had been a sensational red zone scorer this year, but is stacked up on 2 straight tries. And with 13:37 to go in the half, Tennessee Tech takes over at their own 2 off the terrific defensive play. Quite an effort from Damian Adekunju, the junior from Clinton, Maryland. And now Tennessee Tech takes over 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line after the important defensive stop. Aggies lead 17-3 over FCS Tennessee Tech. In the shotgun, Bailey Fisher in the end zone alongside Goldsmith left. The true freshman quarterback waits and takes a chest high, feeds to Goldsmith, and he scoots back to the line, a run over right guard for maybe even a loss of a yard for the junior, as he was tackled right away by Deontay Fortenberry. Tennessee Tech's offense, a paltry 10 points per game this year. That ranks dead last in the Ohio Valley Conference, bottom 10 in the country. They're just searching for some sort of momentum here as they trail by 14 early second quarter. Fisher with double tights. And the shotgun on second down. Takes the snap, draw again to Goldsmith, and he sweeps right, getting tackled at the 1-yard line by way of Jontrell Rockamore. That'll set up 3rd down. Tennessee Tech in danger of going 3 and out here. Just over 2 minutes in second quarter. And Utah State leads 17-3. Coleman singled up right on this 3rd down, and Fisher changes the play. 4-man front for Utah State as Fisher barks out new protection. Singled up left, that is R.D. Ford, but they may go to the ground here. From the 1.5-yard line, shotgun snap, Fisher back with time, throws a lob down the left side for Ford, comes back, and Ford nearly made what would have been a circus catch. Jamarcus Ingram knocked it away. The sophomore from Dallas forces a 3 and out for Tennessee Tech. Now the Golden Eagles will bring out the punt unit following the important defensive play. Jamarcus Ingram, just 4 tackles and now a pass deflection this year. He steps in critical moments such as that. And Tennessee Tech, despite the defensive stand, they do go 3 and outs. Nathan stands deep at the 40-yard line as Luke Maynard has his heels in the back line of the end zone. The redshirt freshman rates to send it away. 2.5 minutes in second quarter. Belt-eye snap, and Maynard with ease sends it wobbling end over end. Nathan grabs it at the 44 chest high, springs left 40, 35, and dances to the 32 as Alex Carling, the tight end, makes the tackle after the return of 11 yards from Jordan Nathan. Aggies have a short field just about 3 minutes in second quarter as Utah State holds a 17-3 edge. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Yeah. John Trell Rockamore. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Welcome back, NCAA football here from Logan, Utah. Utah State off the short punt from Luke Maynard take over 1st and 10. 3 minutes in, second quarter. It's a 17-3 lead for the Aggies here in week 3. And now Love takes the shotgun snap to begin the drive. Sweeping run right. Here's Thompson. He waits, hesitates to the 30, and surges ahead to the 26. Jake Warwick, who forced the fumble earlier, is there for the tackle to set up 2nd and 5. As Darwin Thompson scored on a 65-yard touchdown run earlier in this half. And he'll flank Love left. 3 receivers left, 1 right on 2nd down. Love back with time, sets his feet, throws down the field, and the pass is caught by Raymond. He is tackled to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Utah State. An incredible throw on a seam route left from Jordan Love. And now the Aggies run up on the ball quickly. 3 receivers, shotgun snap Love, feed to Thompson, they'll fake it to Thompson, and Jordan Love runs in untouched. He fooled me, and Jordan Love scores his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and his 4th so far as an Aggie. They have taken a 20-point lead with the extra point coming by Dominic Eberle. The redshirt junior Dominic Eberle off the hold from DJ Nelson. 20-yard try for the extra point as he is 12 for 12 on PATs this year. Good placement from Nelson. And Eberle knocks it through yet again. Utah State 24 and Tennessee Tech 3. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Yeah. Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah. Cunningham and Singletary stand deep for Tennessee Tech as Dominic Eberle tees off the football, ready to send it away. It's the Aggies who lead Tennessee Tech 24-3. The run-up from Eberle, and he sends it end over end. Fair catch signaled and made by Cunningham, 8 yards deep. 11:43 left to go here opening half. Utah State scoring on a touchdown scamper from Jordan Love. As for the Golden Eagles, they have racked up under 100 yards so far today. It's been an inept offensive performance this year for Tennessee Tech. The Golden Eagles just 10 points per game. That ranks dead last in the Ohio Valley Conference. 2 wide right with double tights over left. Cunningham right slot alongside Darius Stafford as Tennessee Tech takes over at their own 25-yard line left hash. Long motion Cunningham left. Jet sweep. Here's Cunningham. Gets a good downfield block. Dances cutting right to the 30 and is wrapped up by Christensen at the 33. A good 8-yard scamper that time for the former cornerback and Josh Cunningham, who moved over to receiver and has played very well to start the year. 7 catches, 63 yards for the receiver from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And he gained 8 there for the Golden Eagles. So a lineup empty. 5 receivers, 3 to the left and 2 to the right for Bailey Fisher. And now he'll move over one over right side in DJ Wilkes. Second and shorts as Fisher lines up and takes the snap. A rush of 5. He's hit as he throws and is caught by Goldsmith. He breaks a tackle off the slant. He rumbles to the 40 and is brought down and lost the foot. Yard line. Goldsmith ran a quick slant left, and Fisher got him in stride. That was a terrific pass play on a tightrope. They'll move the ball back over to the 39-yard line, but Tennessee Tech goes no huddle. 4 minutes in second quarter. Golden Eagles on the move as Utah State leads 24-3. High snap inside run. Goldsmith, and he motors for a 1-yard gain. Tripped up by the shoot tops by Lee, the linebacker from Rexburg, Idaho, as Tennessee Tech, they have over 300 yards per game this year, but only 10 points in the first 2 contests, including that dismal performance a week ago at home against Kennesaw State, formerly ranked number 7 of the country out of the FCS. And they face another top 10 opponent next week in Alabama against the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. From the 38-yard line left hash with double tights. Bailey wanders long motion. Singletary, he'll take it. Jet sweep, 35-30. Singletary is loose to the 20 and is chased down by Christensen at the Utah State 12. Golden Eagles from their own 25-yard line have used a couple jet sweeps to march the ball into the Utah State red zone with a 24-3 lead for the Aggies. Tennessee Tech back on the ball quickly as Fisher will bark signals and crouches at her center. Deep back in favor of Goldsmith is David Geist. They hand it to him on a stretch run right. He spins across the line and is tackled by Anderson back of the 12. As David Geist this year has 5 carries for 5 yards. It's mainly been Andrew Goldsmith who has found the running room, as he did earlier on the catch and run on the quick slant to begin the drive. 9:36 left to go here, second quarter. Utah State's defense reeling. A group that last year led the country in red zone defense. The Aggies yet again tops the conference in touchdowns allowed inside the 20. 24-3 Utah State as Tech lines up at the 12. They line up with 4 tight ends, all moving over left. Single setback is Andrew Goldsmith. Second down and 10. Play action bootleg. Bailey looks end zone, steps up and cuts to the 10. Gets a good block of the 5, and he takes a tumble to the 1-yard line. He did lose the football, did Bailey Fisher, and Tennessee Tech does recover. First and goal, Golden Eagles. Quite a run from Bailey Fisher, as he is a very deceptive runner. 6 yards a carry and 119 yards this year for the true freshman from Clayton, Georgia. Tennessee Tech from their own 25-yard line have marched to the Utah State 1. Goal line package, wildcat formation as well, as Goldsmith will take the direct snap. He fumbles the ball and drops on it back of the 9-yard line. Rockamore makes the stop, but Goldsmith, if he hung on to that ball, may have at least returned to the line, as there was some room on the right side. And that forces now second and goal back of the 9. Utah State midway second quarter with a 24-3 lead. Looks like before the play, the officials will take a second look at that run from Bailey Fisher. And with that, we'll take a quick break. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Yeah. And after the review, Tennessee Tech will have a 1st and goal. They'll redo the play following the fumble from Goldsmith as they are back at the 1-yard line. Golden Eagles catch a break as the junior lost 8 yards on that previous play. Golden Eagles line up 1st and goal. Tennessee Tech this year has just 1 red zone touchdown on 4 trips inside the 20, next to last in the Ohio Valley Conference. Utah State will bring in some extra bodies to clog up the middle on that defensive line. Goldsmith in the Wildcat. He is set to receive back at the 7, the direct snap from number 54, Daley Cole, redshirt freshman from Hendersonville, Tennessee. It was a bad exchange just a few moments ago. Goldsmith takes the snap, helmet high, runs left, falls his blocks, but is spilled for a loss. Fua Leilua makes the tackle back of the 4. Loss of 3 against Tennessee Tech as the Golden Eagles, midway through the second quarter, are knocking on the door following a possession that began at their own 25-yard line. They have marched into the Utah State red zone as they come in as heavy underdogs. Carling 1 of 2 tights left. Goldsmith flanks the quarterback on the left-hand side on 2nd and goal. Fisher takes the snap, pumps, throws a lob to the end zone for Cunningham, and he dropped it. Incomplete. Shaq Bond with terrific blanket coverage out there on the pass intended for Josh Cunningham, senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Inside the red zone, just 1 touchdown this year, but moreover, they have only scored twice all year inside the 20-yard line with 2 misses. 7:59 to go in the half. Tennessee Tech with a golden chance. Down 24-3, they'll line up with a 3rd and goal, the 3-yard line right hash. Fisher breaks the huddle, lining up with a shotgun with a heavy set right, Carling tight end to the left. Long motion for Goldsmith. Shotgun snap, bootleg left. Fisher looks, he'll tuck it, and throws down the field. It's knocked away. Tipa Gallier knocked it away from Fisher, who was going end zone towards Carling, and Tennessee Tech stalls on a 3rd and goal. The Golden Eagles will bring out Nick Bedonia and the field goal units to try and salvage this possession with points. The senior from Arrington, Tennessee, drilled a 55-yard attempt earlier in the ballgame, and now will check in right hash for a 20-yard effort about the length of a point after try, as it will be put down by Brett Huner and snapped by way of Norman Hand. Good snap. It's a bit low, actually. The hold is good, and Madonia drills the field goal, and Tennessee Tech is back on the board. Following 24 unanswered by Utah State, the Golden Eagles score 3, and with 7:48 to go in the half, the Aggies of Utah State lead Tennessee Tech 24-6. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah. Maverick Stadium, Erlen Olson Field, as Hadar Zayden will tee up the ball, 35-yard line going right to left. And deep to receive for Utah State, Savon Scarver and Jalen Green, the transfer from USC. And Utah State's electric returner, Savon Scarver, ran back 100 yards last week, and the win at home over New Mexico State. End over end, the kickoff taken 5-yard line. Scarver to the 10, bounces right 15-20, dances with some open space, and is wrapped up with the 29-yard line. Good return, and Utah State will have a relatively short field for their next drive, holding a 24-6 lead. Utah State takes over 1st and 10, their own 29-yard line right hash, as the Aggies lead Tennessee Tech 24-6. Jordan Love lines up, who set the single-season passing record for a freshman. He throws a quick slant. The pass caught by the shifty Jordan Nathan, and he runs ahead to the 41-yard line as Love on a strike completes to Nathan for 12 yards and a Utah State first down. Aggies back on the ball, lining up wide 2x2. Love sweeping run right. Here's Thompson to the 40, slashes 45-50 and takes a tumble to the Tech 49. Josh Poplar makes the stop for the Golden Eagles. A defense reeling against the run all year. They gave up 507 yards last week on the ground, and their loss to Kennesaw State. Shotgun snap. Love with a pump and go, throws down the left sideline high and out the reach of Nathan that time. Good coverage out there left side by Tay Carter at Tennessee Tech, freshman from Spring Hill, Tennessee. As the Aggies off the long run from Thompson line up the ball at the Tennessee Tech 48-yard line, 2nd and 10, holding a 24-6 lead. 7:13 to go first half. Jordan Love will change the play. Thompson next to him, left on a wide 2x2. Against the Tech nickel defense. Long motion left over for Dax Raymond, tight end for Utah State from Provo, Utah. As Love changes the play and backs out into the shotgun. The sophomore takes it. Inside gut run off a draw. Here is Gerald Brights, and he surges ahead over right tackle out to the 43. Josh Poplar combines with Anthony Akers off the 5-yard gain. They make the tackle for Tennessee Tech, as the Golden Eagles gave up over 500 yards on the ground last week against Kennesaw State. Shotgun snap. Love flips it right on his spilling running back, Joe Brights, and he takes a tumble out to the 35-yard line. The Aggies with a masterful drive here against struggling Tennessee Tech. The Golden Eagles reeling here as Utah State is driven from their own 29-yard line, or the officials were holding the ball. Utah State was so anxious they snapped the ball before the officials signaled that they were ready. This may be an infraction against Utah State. And that will redo the play at the 35-yard line. Utah State will line up 3 wide left. For now, over to the right-hand side is Devin Tompkins, true freshman from Fort Myers, Florida. 2 wide left. On a 1st and 10 at the Tennessee Tech 35-yard line. A terrific start on this possession for Utah State. The Aggies 17 first downs today, and Tennessee Tech has 5. 24-6 lead for the Aggies. 6.5 to play opening half. As Love takes the shotgun snap, looking left, back. He shoots it down the field, and it's caught by, drops in and out of the hands of Tompkins on a deep post route right seam. He had it inside the 5-yard line but couldn't hold on. Terrific coverage out there by A.J. Flemister, the terrific veteran corner from Chattanooga. That'll set up 2nd and 10. 35-yard line right hash of Tennessee Tech against the Golden Eagle nickel. As Love and company are back up on the ball quickly. Thompson flanks Love left. As the lineup now, 3 receivers. Jordan Nathan will line up slot left, joined by Tompkins and also Scarver. Love takes the snap, looking left, back with time, throws a deep in cut, and it's dropped off the hands of Taylor Compton, sophomore from Logan, Utah. And that'll set up 3rd and 10 for Utah State. 6:11 to go opening half. 24-6 in favor of the Aggies. On 3rd down, Utah State ranking 6th in the league, converting 45% of the time. Tennessee Tech backs out into a nickel package against the wide 2x2 of the Aggies with 6:11 left to go in the half. Jordan Love, the redshirt sophomore, calls signals and backs out to the shotgun. 3rd and 10 for Utah State. Love is back with time. Throws into the end zone. Tompkins has got it. Touchdown, Utah State. Jordan Love throws his first touchdown of the ball game. He also has 1 on the ground, and Utah State takes a commanding 3-score lead. As Dominic Eberle will check in for the extra point. Good hold from Nelson, and the kick is good. 6:03 to go in the half. Utah State in a clinic. Over 350 yards all-purpose for the offense, and they take a 31-6 lead here at home. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Okay.
Pardon me? Not on this side, but on the other side over there, there is. There's a staircase you can walk.
Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah. Nick Rice on hand, Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field. As Dominic Eberle will kick, deep is Cunningham and Singletary for Tennessee Tech. The Aggies lead the TTU Golden Eagles 31-6. The defending Mountain West Special Teamer of the Week, Dominic Eberle, a redshirt junior out of Germany. He has been sensational this year, the all-conference kicker, coming in 7 for 7 on field goals and drilled 3 51-yarders just a week ago in the win over New Mexico State. He'll tee up the ball 8 yards away for the Aggies and approaches off the run-up. Eberle sends it end over end as it soars into the end zone, and down by Cunningham is the kickoff for a touchback. Glad you're with us as the Golden Eagles, despite the 25-point deficit, have a valiant effort so far. Quarterback Bailey Fisher has been strong to start. The true freshman from Clayton, Georgia, has racked up 60 yards through the air, does have one interception, throwing 8 for 11 is Bailey Fisher so far. He'll line up 3 receivers. Cunningham, right slot. Shotgun snap Fisher, feeds it to Gist. He sweeps right, gets by the first man, but is leveled for a loss by Shaq Bond, who has had a whale of a ball game. The sophomore from Decatur, Illinois, forces the loss of 2. 5:50 left to go, turning clock, opening half. Glad you're with us in a near sellout crowd at Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah, just over an hour north of Salt Lake City. Fisher calls signals, lining up with double tights right to receivers, along with David Gist as the single setback up against the nickel of Utah State. Fisher brings in Cunningham, long motion, jet sweep. Here's Cunningham, cuts inside, then is leveled by Ferguson to the 24-yard line. The safety, Gage Ferguson, who had an interception in the first quarter, makes a huge play to force a 3rd and 11 for Tennessee Tech. As the Golden Eagles are in danger of going 3 and out, they'll line up. Cunningham is one of the 2 receivers left, and R.D. Ford is singled up right. Now they'll have Hunter Coleman checking the ball game. Tennessee Tech appears a bit confused, and now Coleman lines up back over left, covered loosely by Jamarcus Ingram. Back on the shotgun, Fisher with 4 receivers of the sets. The freshman takes the snap, back 3 steps with pressure, flips it short on a crossing route, and it's complete to Stafford, who is wrapped up shorts. A 1-yard gain over to Darius Stafford, and Tennessee Tech goes 3 and outs. Golden Eagles will now bring out the field goal units. has Luke Mader checks in the ballgame, ranking 5th in the league in punting. He stands back at his own 9-yard line, deep for Utah State, the electric Jordan Nathan, sophomore from Monrovia, California. Off the 3-and-out for Tennessee Tech. Maynard waiting for it. Back 15 yards away, takes a low snap and sends a spiraling end-over-end punt a bit short. Fair catch signaled and made by Nathan as he steps over and grabs it at the 40-yard line in front of Damian Okoju. And with 4:07 left to go opening half, Utah State in a clinic takes over, holding a 31-6 lead. Glad you're with us, NCAA football from Logan, Utah, as the Aggies and the Golden Eagles late in the half battling week 3 of primetime college football. Back in a moment. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah. Off the timeout, Aggies take over. 4:07 to go first half, holding a 31-6 lead. An incredible performance. Last week they played well also and come in tonight's on a tear in the Mount West Conference. Love looks left and throws a slant. Raymond makes the catch and takes a tumble to the 46 of Tennessee Tech. Last week in the win over New Mexico State, they scored on 12 of their 18 drives and racked up 60 points in the win over the Aggies. Utah State back up on the ball. Love flips it left, tunnel screen over to Tarver, who makes the catch and is stacked up with a 35-yard line. Eric Fadahunsi combined to the tackle. It's a 10-yard completion quickly for Tarver, as Utah State is right away at the Tennessee Tech 35-yard line. Love shotgun snap, but now we have a stoppage. Timeout call by Tennessee Tech. The Golden Eagles, that defense has been reeling down the stretch of this half and needs a quick breather. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Two plays into this late second quarter drive, Aggies have marched from their own 35-yard line to the Tennessee Tech 35 on two quick throws from Jordan Love. He set the all-time passing yards record by a freshman last year in school history. Off the shotgun snap, play action, throws to a wide-open Raymond. He stumbles at the 10 and is tackled by Adekunju at the Tennessee Tech 4. 3 quick plays on throws from Jordan Love, and now the Aggies have a goal to go. First down from the 4 left hash. Love takes the snap, feeds it to Bright, and he sweeps left, slipping a tackle and stumbling to the 2 is Gerald Bright, Jr. from Pensacola, Florida. That'll set up second and goal. The Aggies back in the red zone where they have scored touchdowns all but once so far today. 3 receivers, shotgun snap, Love off the play action, rolls right. He's got a man open and throws a lob to the end zone. Touchdown, Aaron Vaughns. Aaron Vaughns was rolling right side, wide open, was the senior from Altadena, California, and that caps off a quick 4-play drive, and the Aggies have taken a commanding lead here over FCS Tennessee Tech. Out of the hold from DJ Nelson, Eberle for the extra points, as the snap will be given back by way of Quinn Ficklin of Utah State. Good hold from Nelson, and the kick with a flag down splits the uprights. False start, Utah State. Here's the call. That'll back up the Utah State Aggies over to the 7-yard line. But the Aggies, no penalties have stopped what has been a sensational effort on the part of the host Aggies, a unit that today has been clicking on the offensive end. Nelson on a 25-yard extra point try will put it down, and the kick from Eberle splits the uprights. Utah State 38, Tennessee Tech 6. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Welcome back, NCAA football from Logan, Utah. Left to right, Dominic Eberle lowers the hand on the run-up. Here's the junior who sends away the kickoff. Both Cunningham and Singletary watch the ball deep, sail through the back line for a touchback. 3:13 to go opening half. Tennessee Tech scored on a field goal midway through this quarter. Now the Golden Eagles trail 38-6. Tennessee Tech lines up 25-yard line right hash. As Bailey Fisher checks back in, the Tennessee Tech quarterback came in 7th in the league in passing at over 290 yards, had another 116 on the ground. He put together a fine performance at home. And here from Logan, it's been a tough start. Double tights off the pistol formation. He takes the snap, feeds on a gut run. Goldsmith is spilled for a loss. Fualelua, the junior from Spanish Fork, Utah, makes the play 2 yards in the backfield as Tennessee Tech's run game has been stagnant in the second quarter. 2:53 left to go here, second quarter. Utah State leads 38-6, and the Aggies will kick off to Tennessee Tech to begin the third quarter. Golden Eagles line up against the nickel, 3 wide. Left slot is Brett Huner. As on a second down, Bailey Fisher in the shotgun takes the snap, a rush of 4. Off the gut run, here's Goldsmith who bounces right and is tackled by Logan Lee. The linebacker from Rexburg, Idaho, chased down the runner, Goldsmith, and that sets up 3rd and 13 for Tennessee Tech. Timeout, Utah State. As Matt Wells wanted his defense to catch a breather, and moreover, he wanted the Aggies to have a shot to get the ball back before the end of this first half. Utah State has outgained Tennessee Tech by over 300 yards and holds a 21-5 edge in first downs. That is the expected number for a clash between the FBS and the FCS. Tennessee Tech and Utah State. Welcome back. Tennessee Tech faces 3rd and 13 following the tackle by Logan Lee as the Aggies line up dime defense press coverage. Already 4 covered up tightly by Deontay Fortenberry. Bootleg left. Here's Fisher on a 3rd down. Throws on the move and fires high on an outcut left over the head of Hunter Coleman. And Tennessee Tech goes 3 and out. 2:25 left to go second quarter. Golden Eagles will give the ball back over to Utah State as Luke Maynard will check on the ball game. In a typical FCS-FBS matchup, Utah State has 300 more yards than those of the Golden Eagles from Cookeville. And for Tennessee Tech, they only have 5 first downs tonight. Utah State, the deep man back at his own 36-yard line, is the electric Jordan Nathan. The punt from Maynard is a bit low. Line drive taken. 40-yard line chest high. Nathan dances left to the 50. Reverses field. 45-40. Nathan in a foot race. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Utah State. 60-yard return from Jordan Nathan. And the Aggies extend their lead. Savon Scarborough, Utah State, ran one back 100 yards last week. Nathan only 60 yards this time, but it gives Utah State the 44-6 edge. Off the hold from Nelson. Here is the extra point try from Dominic Eberle. Good placement, and he knocks it through yet again. 2:08 to go in the half. Utah State 45 and the struggling Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech 6. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah. Welcome back. Utah State in a real avalanche has run away with this first half over Tennessee Tech as they hold a 45-6 lead with 2:08 left to go in the half. Singletary and Cunningham stand deep for Tennessee Tech. A Golden Eagle offense set to take the field. They have 5 first downs and only 1 in this second quarter. The run-up from Eberle, and he sends it end over end. And yet again, his kickoff will go in the end zone for a touchback. Or the Golden Eagle offense showed some spark last week against number 7 Kennesaw State, as the Golden Eagles racked up over 160 yards rushing, and Bailey Fisher threw for over 150 himself. The true freshman did. Yet so far today, Utah State has shut down the passing game as they lead 45-6. Golden Eagles line up their own 25-yard line on the nickel with 3 wide. Fisher waits for it, takes it in the shotgun, feeds to Goldsmith, cuts left, 30 to cross the 35, gets a good downfield block and is dropped to the 37. Dalton Baker makes the stop after a 12-yard run up the gut for Andrew Goldsmith and a very much needed chain mover for the Golden Eagles. Tennessee Tech just 1 win in their last 2 seasons. The Golden Eagle, Tennessee Tech up on the ball quickly following the first down pickup. Fisher, the shotgun quarterback, will bark out new protections as they'll bring in a tight end each side. Deep back is Goldsmith. He now crouches under center. 1st and 10 under 2 to go. They trail 45-6 late in the half. Goldsmith takes it. Single back handoff. Stretch run left to Goldsmith. And he is wrapped up at the line by Jontrell Rockamore. And down he goes. Devin Anderson converges as well as they face 2nd and 9. 1:20 left to go on a turning clock. The Golden Eagles do have 2 timeouts before the end of the first half. Tennessee Tech is taking their time to return to the line here. Hunter Coleman and also Darius Stafford are the 2 split receivers. Cunningham left slots on a 2nd down and long 9 from the 36-yard line left hash. It appears that Tennessee Tech will take their time. 57, 56, 55 left to go first half. Fisher backs out. And he waits, takes the shotgun snap high, feeds it right. Here's Gist, who finds a seam and plunges ahead to the 40. Lee made the stop as Cunningham lost his helmet, and he is pleading a case of unnecessary roughness against Aaron Wade. But there is no call. Tennessee Tech up on the ball, 40-yard line, with 31 seconds left to go in the half, and they are taking their time. They're taking their time here. Now the clock stopped with 28 seconds to go in the half. Officials are converging here to talk about the most recent play. Nick Bryson Hand, Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field in Logan, Utah. All right. 3rd down and 6 for Tennessee Tech. The two play clocks are separated by only 10 seconds, and the Golden Eagles are taking their time. Fisher receives the call from Dwayne Alexander on the sideline. First down make at their own 46-yard line with 17, 16, 15 seconds to go in the half. Gist is the tailback. Fisher grabs it. Inside run Gist. He sweeps to the left edge and is tackled by Rockamore on what should be the final play of the first half. 2 quarters complete from Logan, Utah. And the Utah State Aggies, off a slow start, have taken a commanding 45-6 lead over FCS Tennessee Tech. This is the NCAA from Logan, Utah.
So there's a restroom right here. Nice to meet you. So you met
They're all